Hello everyone, good evening. I am Shivam, I am your faculty for physics, and today's our topic of discussion is optics. In optics we are going to study about reflection, okay? Reflection of light. So in reflection of light we need to first study what is ray of light and what is beam of light. So I'll explain you first about ray of light. So a line which as an arrow basically represents a ray of light. So this the direction in which arrow points shows the destination of ray, and opposite direction is the source of ray, okay? And then beam. So this group of rays of light are known as beam of light. So when we combine a group of rays of light, we get a beam. And this beam of light can be of three types. So we have parallel beam of light, convergent beam of light, and divergent beam of light, okay? So we have three types of beams of light, and I explain you all the three of them, okay? So first one is parallel beam. Second one is divergent beam, and third is convergent beam. So I will first draw and then explain you all. Okay. So when the rays of light are going parallel to each other, all the rays, then it's called parallel beam of light. So it is assumed that all these rays of light will meet at infinity but not at any finite distance. Actually they are not going to meet, but we simply assume that they are going to meet at infinity, okay? So this is parallel beam of light. Second is convergent beam of light. So when all the rays of light meet at some finite distance from the pole, then it is called as convergent beam. So they will meet at some finite distance, which could be in some centimeters, meters, or whatever, in maybe some kilometers, but that would be some finite distance, okay? And then we have divergent beam of light. So in divergent beam of light, all the rays are divergent. They are going in opposite directions. They are not going to meet, not even in infinity. So they are divergent. So in this case, in convergent beam, real image is formed, which is formed in front of the mirror, and in divergent beam, image is formed virtual, which is behind the mirror. And in parallel beam, as it is assumed that rays of light will meet at infinity, we assume that image is not formed or image is formed at infinity. That's it. Now let's go further for the reflection of light, okay? So this is how we represent a mirror in the textbook. So these slanted lines represent the backside of mirror, and this is the polished surface. So this is where the incidence ray comes. So this is what we call normal, this is incident ray, this is reflected ray. This angle, let's assume theta, and this alpha. Theta is equal to incident angle and alpha is equal to reflected angle, okay? So the basic use of normal is to represent the angle of incident ray and reflected ray. This is why sometimes the surface is not plane, so to represent the angle we need something which we call normal. So in reflection we have incident ray, reflected ray, and normal. And this is the basic concept of reflection. Some discussion about mirrors. What are mirrors? Mirror is basically used to reflect the ray of light back to the medium. This phenomena is called reflection, and the device which is used is called mirror. So mirror are basically three types. One is plane mirror, concave, and convex. So this was an example of a plane mirror. Plane mirror is something which you all will be having at your house. Now concave mirror and convex mirror. These are the two important mirrors because they are used for various different types of functions. So this when the polished surface is inner surface, it's called as concave, and when the polished surface is outer surface, it's called convex mirror. So when a beam of parallel light passes onto a concave mirror, it is reflected back, and all the rays of light meet at a point which is called as focal point. We will denote this bit by F. And when a beam of light passes through a convex mirror, they actually are reflected and go divergent. So they do not meet anywhere, not even at infinity. So but if we pull this reflected rays back, they are meeting behind the mirror. So they are not actually meeting, but we suppose that they are meeting behind the mirror. This is what we call virtual image, and this is called as real image. Okay? And this distance of focus is the point where all the incident rays after being reflected meet. From the pole is called as focal point, and that's it. And this image behind, which is formed by getting the rays behind the mirror, is called as virtual image, and the real image which is formed by the rays actually meeting in front of the mirror. So the example of concave mirror could be the Tata Sky and all those things which are at your terrace. And convex mirror, so its example can be your mirror of your bike. It's not that much convex, but it's also kind of convex mirror. So convex mirror is basically used to observe the things which are larger distance at smaller size, and concave mirror is basically used to enlarge the objects which should be near to the mirror, and they will be appearing enlarged. That's it. We studied about ray of light, beam of light, types of beam of light, then the phenomena of reflection, what is incident ray, reflected ray, angle of incidence, angle of reflection, types of mirror, what is real image, what is virtual image. So this was all about reflection in optics. That's it. Thank you so much for watching.